Hello everybody, this is Valencia and welcome to my channel Balloons in Business, where I show you the business of balloon and event decor. So today I'm going to show you how I made this balloon wall. Now this method is different than the previous method that I've shown you in another video. Now I'm always searching for ways to make my balloon decorations easier and quicker without compromising the quality and the stability. So if you want to see how I made this, just stay tuned. Now I'm going to start off by blowing up two 11-inch balloons to about 10.5 inches and tying them together into dupes. Now I'm using 4 different colors. These are Sempertex brands, and I'll leave that information in the description box below this video. Now after I blow up my balloons and tie them into dupes, I'm going to take 4 dupes and twist them together into a cluster. Now each of these clusters are going to consist of one color each. So this is one cluster, and now I'm going to twist together more dupes onto that other cluster. So I'm not going to use any 260Q balloons. I'm not going to tie the necks of the balloons together. I'm literally twisting the dupes together to make a small garland. And it's going to be 4 dupes or 8 balloons per color. And then I'm going to move on to the next color. So there's 2 colors right there, that lilac and green. And then I'm twisting that kind of dusty rose color. And then I'm going to twist another lilac cluster together. So this is a total of 4 clusters with 8 balloons per cluster, or 4 dupes a cluster, for a total of 32 balloons for a small balloon garland. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my backdrop stand together, and this is from eFavorMart. It's an adjustable backdrop stand. It goes from 4 feet tall to 10 feet tall and 4 feet wide to 10 feet wide. And I will leave the information to that in the description box below this video. So I set up the 2 side poles, but I'm not going to be adding that top pole. So you see the top pole is right there on the ground. I'm not putting that on top. I'm just setting up the 2 side poles. And then I'm going to slide my small balloon garland onto the 2 side poles. And once I slide that garland onto the side pole, I'm going to push it down to decrease the gaps. Eventually, I'm going to twist a couple of balloons around each of the poles to make sure that the garlands are secure onto the side poles. So now I'm just adding on more of these mini balloon garlands. And again, each of these balloon garlands have 32 balloons, and these are 11-inch balloons blown up to about 10 to 10.5 inches. They don't have to be an exact. This is an organic balloon garland. And again, as I'm adding them on, I'm sliding them down to decrease gaps. And then I'm going to twist a couple of balloons around the pole there to make sure it's nice and secure onto the pole. At first, I didn't do that with the first 2 balloon garlands, but then once I did it to that middle one right there, I went back and did it to the other 2 balloon garlands as well. One more thing I wanted to know, I actually use 5 colors, not 4. And again, I'm going to add the information in the description box below this video, as well as the link to where I purchased all of these balloons. But they are all Sempertex brand. And so far right now, I'm just using 11-inch balloons. I will use bigger sizes in a minute, but I am just using 11-inch balloons for the base of this wall. So I'm adding my last mini balloon garland. And so I used a total of 5 of these mini balloon garlands. And this wall is about 7 feet tall, and it's about 5 feet wide. If you want it wider, you can add extra clusters on the side. If you want it taller, you can add more mini balloon garlands. So once I have my balloon garland base finished, I'm going to take a 260 balloon, and these are Sempertex brand. And I'm going to tie that 260 around one balloon in one mini balloon garland, then wrap the other end around a couple balloons in either the balloon garland above or below it, and then just tie that 260 right back into itself. And I'm going to do this at 3 points on each side and in the middle. And I'm doing this to connect my garlands together. I want to make this as secure as possible, and I'm trying to close in gaps as well before I add in my other sizes of balloons and my mini clusters. So again, I'm going down the balloon garland, connecting my mini balloon garlands together with the 260 balloons at 3 points at the 2 ends and in the middle. So now I'm going to add my larger balloons. These are 18-inch balloons that I'm blowing up to about 16 inches. I'm going to tie them individually. Then I'm going to take a half of a 260 balloon, and then I'm going to tie it around the neck of the balloon where you have 2 ends out like this. Then I'm going to wrap the 2 ends around one balloon on the balloon wall and then tie the 2 ends together. And that's how I'm attaching these larger balloons. And I'm matching the larger balloons to their corresponding colors. So lavender to lavender, green to green, rose to rose. You know, with doing a balloon wall, the balloons can look chaotic already. And so by color blocking it a little bit, it makes it look a lot more neater and organized, and you can see the pattern a lot better. Now, regarding a balloon walls pattern, that's entirely up to you. I didn't want my pattern to be too predictable. I wanted to mix the colors up quite a bit. So it's up to you to decide how you want your pattern. I would say Google some balloon walls and look at the pattern of how they do the colors before starting your own. So you know how you want to do your pattern before you do your balloon wall. Now I'm adding my 5-inch clusters with a half of a 260 balloon, and I'm just attaching them the same way I attach the larger balloons. I'm just wrapping that 260 around a balloon in the wall and then tying it into itself. And again, I'm matching the clusters to their corresponding colors. So green with green, lavender with lavender, and rose with rose. And I'm just trying to fill in all the gaps that you see in the balloon wall. By the way, that's my little niece, Rain. So here's the finished product to my balloon wall. Now this is the second video I posted on how to make a balloon wall, and I'll leave the link to that method in the description box below this video, and you can decide on which method is best for you. Now if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, go ahead on and like it, and please subscribe, and you'll get notifications on future videos on balloon and event decor. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.